Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
Before we get to this 80s movie thing, I want to talk about, do you think, I told someone this story and they thought it was a little strange. Do you think it's bizarre? I was driving with my 3 children.
Okay.
And I needed to stop for underwear. And we went to Walmart. We happened to go to Walmart for something else.
Okay.
And then we passed the underwear. So, I said, look, they got the boxers I like, whatever. But I didn't know what size I was, right? So
you don't know the size of your underwear?
I mean, I knew it was either large or extra large, but I wanted to make sure I had the exact size. So I said to Leah, I pulled up the back of my underwear I was wearing. And I pulled up my shirt and I said, Leah, look at the tag of my underwear. Can you take? So in the middle of the aisle, you know, she's like, you know what I mean? She's pulling up the back, almost giving me a wedgie, my 12-year-old. And do you think that's strange?
In the middle of Walmart, you might get a few looks.
Right.
A lot of strange things go on at Walmart.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's terrible.
Thank you.
I think it's a little shocking that a man of your age doesn't know what size underwear you wear. But that's a whole nother topic.
My wife usually buys things for me.
You see, this is the problem.
Yes. So, yeah, no, and you know, it worked out.
I mean, doesn't it go by, like, what size pants you wear? Like, if you're 36?
Yeah, sort of, but the underwear runs a little tighter than jeans, let's say, so.
Do you know Brian is very particular about his underwear, okay? He will buy it. If he doesn't like it, he'll return it. Have you ever returned underwear?
First of all, that's disgusting.
Okay.
Second of all, my father's texting me that I should wear husky underwear. Like I used to go to the husky section at Barney's. Please, Father,
thank
please.
heaven for your dad.
Please. Oh, I'm going to give you something real quick about, and yeah, you don't return underwear, by the way.
I have never. I mean, I've bought that underwear that I'm not comfortable with and I don't like, but I've like worn it and then finally threw it out, but never returned it.
Let me give you something, my father, since he's texting and obviously listening. Winston Churchill was half American. His mother was born in Brooklyn. So now, for my father, just to make him nuts, let him go scouring the internet to see if he's related somehow to Winston Churchill.
Oh, cool.
He was from Brooklyn.
Oh.
Well, there you go. All right?
There you go. Well, maybe you are related to somebody famous.
And by the way, my daughter, Leah, she said, oh, no, you wear this, and I got it, and I knew the exact size, and I got it. So it worked. It worked out for everyone.
For Leah, because my kids might have screamed, Mom!
I know.
We're not doing that.
I got this list of the 10 best movie theme songs from the 80s. And Screen Rant is the website. And obviously, some of them are right, some of them are completely wrong, Candy.
All right.
All right, so let me just give you an example. Number 3 is Danger Zone Top Gun theme song by Kenny Loggins. I have no problem with that.
That's a good one.
Number 2 is Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters, 1984. No problem with that.
Yes.
Even number 1 is Purple Rain by Prince.
Love it.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. However, you go down the list. Okay, Survivor, Eye of the Tiger is on there in the top 10.
Back to the Future.
Axel F. from Beverly Hills Cop, the instrumental. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, you know, okay. All right. Power of Love, Back to the Future is number 10.
Oh, thank you.
You're correct. Duran Duran, View to a Kill from James Bond is in there as well. Now, there's a few that don't belong, like a David Bowie song from Labyrinth and Prince Bat Dance from Batman. No, thank you.
What about The Breakfast Club?
Okay. The Breakfast Club is one, but there's 2 to me that are just eye-popping missing on this list.
All right, tell me.
You put Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone at number 3, and I'm okay with that. The theme song to Caddyshack, I'm All Right, which is 1980.
That was a big one.
Also Kenny Loggins. And Hello, number 1 on this list, probably ahead of Purple Rain, should have been the theme song to Footloose, also by Kenny Loggins.
Oh.
How does Footloose not make the top 10 list?
I don't know. That was big.
Theme songs. Kenny Loggins is the king of the movie theme song.
I mean, not to mention, then we've got Desperately Seeking Susan with Madonna's song Crazy for You that I love.
I never would have even thought about that. Wow, that's a good one. You know what? That Madonna, our Oldies 98, plays a lot of Madonna these days.
Yes.
And I love it. I want to thank Jay Letterman for programming all of that.
Of course.
You know? And by the way, back to the Winston Churchill being born in half his lineage is from Brooklyn.
Yes.
My father says he always felt close to Winnie.
I'm so happy for him.
And he always wondered why.
Did your father watch The Crown?
What's The Crown?
The Crown is a story about the royals. It's on Netflix. And Winston Churchill had a huge role. I'm not the original, obviously, an actor, John Lithgow, and he was so good as Winston Churchill. Tell your dad he's got to watch The Crown.
John Lithgow is one of the least talked about best actors of all time.
Good. When you see this, you should watch The Crown too. It's really good. When you see his role as Winston Churchill, you won't believe it.
Because tomorrow I'm making a note. Hold on. John Lithgow. We need to talk about John Lithgow because I've always said this guy should be one of the great actors of all time, and he never gets talked about. We're going to discuss John Lithgow tomorrow.
Good. Okay? And I suggest you see his performance in The Crown.
The Crown.
Unbelievable.
Right, it's on Netflix. Perfect. I can watch on my phone right at my desk.
Really, really good.
Right, to my bosses who see me watching Netflix at my desk, leave me alone today. This is show prep.
Yes, this is work. We're actually working.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.